Good evening and welcome back to the One Celtic Fans View this evening. It is Monday night. Celtic will find out soon enough. The draw for the cup it's coming up soon, isn't it? We will find out who will play next round of the Scottish Cup. Just see Baz get that joint his time, and I wish. Lorna Gallagher, Cal is the captain. He should play, in my opinion. I think he should play as well, Lorna. I just put it out there as a question. There's a lot of talk about Luke McCowan and why he should be in the Scotland squad, and I'm seeing a lot of stuff about Callum McGregor. And is Callum McGregor 100% fit? Talk about Luke McCowan first of all. Talk about Luke McCowan. Does Luke McCowan deserve to be in the squad for the upcoming Nation League clashes with Greece? He's a player that's done fantastically well at Celtic, but he's not in the starting 11. With that being said, there's a player at Celtic, the name of Tony Ralston. Tony Ralston gets a game for Scotland now and again, and he is in the squad. Should Luke McCowan be in the squad? That's a question for you to answer in the comment section. Do you think that Luke McCowan is better than what we've got in midfield at the moment? Because it's quite a competitive midfield that we have for Scotland, but people will say, who gives a flying about Scotland? Who gives a flying F about Scotland? Because it's all about Celtic and it's all about the run-in to the title. There's more important things than a Scotland game in the Nations League. There is actually, isn't there? I don't even know why I'm talking about it, to be honest. It's I hope he doesn't get the squad. I'm going to be selfish. From a Celtic point of view, I'd like to be a little bit selfish and keep him out of the Scotland squad. I would rather no player played for Clark, says Paul Baird. Danny says, of course he does. I'm talking about the bold Ali Johnson's class as well. I would keep Cal Mac, especially in against the Sevskonians. Right, let's get talking about Callum McGregor. Callum McGregor was taken off. Cal Mac's been at the heart and soul of Celtic at the moment. Shades of Bruni demise when he went on to have his best 4 years. Get a grip. And it's just questions I'm asking. I'm not saying that he should be. You've got to put out questions that generate conversation. You've got to put out questions that generates conversation with you lot. If not, I'm sitting here talking to myself, and that gets a pretty boring video. So the question is with Cal Mac having got to the end of the season again, and it seems to be having a reoccurrence issue with these calves due to the amount of games he plays. Do you know what I mean? You're talking about a player that plays the best part of 60 games a season, including the friendlies at pre-season. I mean, Cal Mac's pretty involved as soon as we start back in the early, well, it's mid-June that we go back into training. And when the friendlies come about at the beginning of July, I mean, Cal Mac's basically been playing football since last July. He gets around about 4 weeks off. And people will say, oh, it's only football. But when you've got the physical exertion that he does in a game consistently, and playing 3 times a week and then trying to recover, you know, it's high intensity. It's high intensity. So the question was, I just put it out there to see what people thought, especially with the fact that it does look like he's carrying a little bit of a niggle towards the end of this season again. Should Celtic drop Cal Mac this weekend? My own opinion is no, we shouldn't. No, we shouldn't. There's no better player for the Glasgow Derby. But we need to start bringing through the next round of players that can take over from Callum McGregor. Callum McGregor's maybe got 3 seasons left in him at the top level, maximum. I don't think he's got more than 3 seasons at the top level. He's 31-year-old. You know, he's still at the peak of his performance, but I think that we need to start thinking about who replaces Callum McGregor in the long term. Is it Luke McCowan? Yes, it will be Luke McCowan that will replace him. Do you need a ghostwriter, Baz? If you want. What's his name? Casper. You can't leave Cal Mac out of an Old Firm game. You Celtic mad, you say Old Firm once more and you'll get put on a timeout for 24 hours. There is no Old Firm. There is no Old Firm. Just waiting for him to type it so I could just put him on a timeout. So yeah, that was my thoughts behind it. It was crazy thumbnail, Baz Low. What was the thumbnail again? I made it a couple of hours ago. That's it. Glasgow Derby. Yeah, the thumbnail. What the hell did it say again? Yeah. Should he be the centre mid playmaker this weekend? Should Arne Engels be the playmaker this weekend? Yeah. Don't see nothing wrong with that. He played when Callum McGregor goes off, we pull back Arne Engels into that position. It's just an observant conversation starter. So an observation. Your club's dead, mate. Your club's dead, mate. I'm just going through some of these comments. I'm sure Brendan will ask him if he wants a rest. I think he asked him at the end of the game, Paradise Round. You seen him go to Callum McGregor and asking him if he was alright, and Cal Mac said, yep. It's just getting him through the 90 minutes, isn't it? I'm sure once we get the league done and dusted, he'll start playing around about 60 minutes and we can start bringing him off and resting his wee calves. For the summer, you're forgiven, Celtic mad. His experience is invaluable in this fixture, right? To the people that say yes, this is a big shout out to all you people out there that said yes, should Cal Mac be dropped? There's a lot of people saying why he shouldn't be dropped. Tell me in the comment section why he should be dropped. Now, I think that he is carrying a little bit of an injury, which he does towards the end of the last couple of seasons. I definitely wouldn't drop him for that reason only. You get Cal Mac in and you get Cal Mac 70 minutes in that game and you get the game done and dusted. They know that if they man-mark Callum McGregor, you're man-marking him out of the game. I think that we need to be a bit more tactical aware that Arne Engels needs to come out and help him a little bit with that. So the people that say yes, there's 23% so far say yes, Cal Mac needs dropped. Tell me in the comments why Cal Mac needs dropped in your opinion. I've given you my reasons that why he should maybe be dropped. I don't personally think he should be. I think you play Callum McGregor for 60, 70 minutes easily at this game. But the ones that said yes, drop him, tell us in the comments. Brown Warrior says if he's carrying an issue, then he shouldn't start. He carries the same issue towards the end of every season. It's been for a few years now, so he can't do a full 90 minutes. I think the main thing is that he can't do a full 90 minutes purely for the fact he gets triple marked and isn't allowed space he needs. Apart from that, I wouldn't drop him, but that could cost us space in the game. Don't think he should be dropped. Maybe subbed out more often now. Yeah. Peace, love, pork, fat, butterflies. LG. What the fuck? That's a YouTube channel name and a half that I'm not repeating very often. I just call you the Peace, love channel. Peace, love, pork. Yeah. He should maybe get subbed. I think you get 60 minutes out on 60, 70 minutes. Baz, would you really put me on the naughty step for 24 hours? No, Celtic man, I was only kidding. Stephen Johnson says, because this happens every year, mate, he's got some kind of problem with his legs. I just think it's fatigue, Stephen. I think it's just when you're at a certain age I mean, I know that when I'm out doing the job I'm doing, my body's aching at the end of the day. And when you're doing what Cal Mac does over the lengthy time that he has, he's a player that's not missed many games throughout his career. And I think that it could be the fact that his body's telling him, you've not got many years left at this. Enjoy it while you can. And I think he'll know that himself. Callum McGregor will know that himself. He'll be like, how further... One player that also had a similar type issue, that had a year to go on his contract and decided to just chuck it, decided to walk away from football, Arne Engels. Arne Engels was around about the same age. He was having the time of his life at Celtic. He was Matt O'Reilly couldn't get on the pitch because of Arne Engels. Arne Engels was having the season of his life, and then we went into the summer and he decided to retire because his body he was like, it's not worth it. You've got the rest of your life to live. You're only in your early 30s and you're putting such physical exertions onto your body. You've got to think, I've got another 30 years working life still to go. Footballers these days, I mean, any footballer, there's not many footballers that can go through and be a player and make enough at their time as just being a player to retire on. Let's face it, I mean, they potentially could if they wanted to have an easy life, but you're only 30 odd year old. I mean, you need something to do. Most football players now have still got 30 years left in them, so you've got to look after your body. It's as simple as that. I think Baz is wind up talking about dropping Cal Mac. Don't like the clickbait. It's not clickbait. It's a serious question. The fact that he carries an injury towards the end of the season, he has done for the last couple of years. Should he be dropped for this game? It's an important game. Arne Engels, look how well. Right, here's another way of looking at it. Right, I've got to play devil's advocate on this bit. Look how good in the past couple of games when Callum McGregor has come off the pitch, right? The past couple of games when Callum McGregor has come off the pitch, has there been an improvement in the attacking midfield and the attacking play? Has Arne Engels improved when he stepped into the holding midfield role, the central midfield role? Has Rio Hatate improved? Has Luke McCowan made an impact when he's come on? Now, if the answer to all three of them is yes, there is also an argument for then saying to drop McGregor. That's all I'm saying. I want to see our next captain. Our next captain is going to be Luke McCowan. If it's not going to be Luke McCowan, I think it will be talk a lot, Ali Johnson. McGregor was ragdolled at Ibrox. He's not in the team because he's negative, always looking for the side, a back pass, and he slows their game down. Ooh, that's an interesting one. Oh, where's Gemma? Is she on the live? Yes, she is. Oh, what do you mean, no baby? What do you mean it's not here? Oh my goodness. It's going to be a Derby baby. It's going to be a St. Paddy's Day baby. I just hope that I don't get called to come home because there's somebody in the family that's having a kid also. And I'm going to have to go home. Looking forward to the pre-Derby One Celtic Fans View Celtic Supporters Club meet up in the Brazen Head this Friday, says Kaiser. It's good to see that you're all jumping on and meeting up, and that's what this community is all about. It's good that there's a lot of people meeting up offline and coming together as a community in real life and not online. So we're all waiting on Gemma going. Engels is the future number 6. Cal Mac plays Sunday. Says Del Boy. I want to see our next captain. Any news in the officials for Sunday? No, it'll come out on Wednesday, I think it is. The officials come out. With Scales injured for a few weeks, and Trustees misses now 1 week late. What's the scenario for Sunday? Do we think that Murray is good enough to play? I wouldn't say so, says Michelle. That's an interesting one. Get introduced on Thursday. Oh, well, there you go. Oh, I'll be a Friday kid. That's okay, Gemma. Babies that are born on Friday are the best ever. Just saying. Maida should be our next captain for me anyway. I think Cal Mac double from outside the box on Sunday. Yep, I can see that happening. Do we move Sloop into defence and play Greg Taylor? No, not a chance. Here's an interesting scenario as well. I see that Kieran Tierney was moved further up the pitch for Arsenal. He wasn't played at the left back area, he was played left midfield. Would you play Kieran Tierney in a left midfield position? Nah, you wouldn't, because you've got that many midfielders at Celtic. He's coming in as a left back. Just leave Arsenal to do what they're doing. Callum to start, but I think it's time to start expecting he won't be 90 minutes player for us. Is Callum McGregor now going to go into the same as a certain... Oh, hello. How are you doing? Can I help you? No, just in for a nose. A certain Australian player. KT will be the next captain. Yeah, Tierney will probably... What age is KT? He's 27, isn't he? Yeah, he'll probably be the next captain. If the skipper comes on, it's a problem for all involved. Never play Taylor again. If Lubo, Petrov, Alan Thompson start on Sunday, we win 4-1. I've just woke up from some kind of weird parallel universe. I would say Sloop would be better in defence than Dane Murray in a game like that, to be fair. Yeah, can Sloop play in defence though? I thought he was more left. I thought he was more sort of left-sided and midfield player. I don't think it's going to be an issue this weekend. Dog saying, where's the derby pass? Exactly. What the fuck's closing the door? Jesus. Anyway, let's see how the poll's doing. It's 167 votes, which is quite good for a Monday night. 167 votes. Should Celtic drop Cal Mac this weekend? I personally don't think that we should, but with the fact that, for the reasons that I put out there, if the answer is yes to all three of these questions, and then, it gives Brendan Rodgers something to think about. Does Arne Engels fit in Callum's position really well? Yes. Does Luke McCowan come on the pitch and improve the team? Yes. Does Rio Hatate play better when he knows that Callum McGregor's not behind him? And I would say yes. So that's my argument for saying that he should maybe be dropped, but he won't be. I don't want him dropped. I think that if Callum McGregor is going to be a player that's a 75 minute player from now on for Celtic, is that good enough for Celtic? And I think it's the end of the season. I think once he gets his hand on the trophy, on the league title, we then rest him up for the cup final. It's as simple as that. We rest him up. Doug knows Celtic. Parkhead Boy says, same team plays against the Hibs. We'll start against the Rotten Mob. That's pretty much, apart from Kyogo, that's pretty much the team that started against them on the New Year derby game. And look how that went. We weren't at the races that day. How does Brendan Rodgers get the team to perform better this weekend? I mean, we played some good football against Hibernian. We should have scored more. Is it a case we have to start taking our chances? And ultimately, even though Dyson Maida is a fantastic striker, even though we've got Adam Ida as our number 2, and Johnny Kenny's still at the club. For how long remains to be seen. Don't know whether he'll get put out on loan again. Ultimately, Celtic are going to go into the summer transfer window wanting to buy in another striker, no matter what happens. So anyway, Are you doing a watch along, Baz? For the Derby game? Are you joking? I'm going to be at the pub, man. I'm going to be at the pub, and then right after the game finishes, I'm not going to be able to go live straight away because there's a St Patrick's Day parade, and there's the pub that I'm going to go and watch. Well, I'm going to try and watch it in. There's 15,000 folk on the strip down at Cabaret, so there's going to be 15,000 folk kicking about trying to get a view to see the St Patrick's Day parade that's on right after the game finishes. Baz, your dog can take Hatati's place. It would be faster. I'm just saying. It would be. I've got to stop I've been told off. I mean, there's comments saying that I need to stop the Hatati hate. I don't hate Hatati. I just think that he's slow sometimes. Des, what's the other? I'm not even going to say that. Stuart Ramsey's in the house. I think we'll pump the San Francisco Zombie Niners 4-0. Oh, there's plenty of time. Gemma's got baby brain. I know somebody else has got baby brain. It's just... It's mental. It is mental. So anyway, let's if we can get this vote up to 200 votes. It's been going for 20 minutes. We're sitting at 177 votes. If we can get it to 200 votes, we'll then close that down. Should Celtic drop Cal Mac this weekend? The fact that we've spoken about it, and that's just to see what people thought, really. Arne Engels, his sole focus this weekend he's dismissed suggestions that Celtic may have something to prove. Well, I'm sure I've got a picture of Arne Engels. There we go. Oh no, it's not. I didn't get the Arne Engels one up. Where is it? That's the one for the smaller. There he is. Get the Engels one up. It's not even right size or nothing. Show you I was well prepared for that, wasn't I? Arne Engels scores again. Should Arne Engels start the game? Of course he's going to start the game. Who else is going to start the game, really? Nobody else is going to start, are they? Arne Engels has said to the media that he's nothing to prove. He's nothing to prove. Celtic have nothing to prove. We go into the derby with a 16-point lead in the SPFL, with the Premier Sports Cup trophy already in the trophy room and a place in the Scottish Cup semi-final booked, whilst Rangers were put out by Queen's Park, and they have absolutely no chance whatsoever of winning the league this year. Celtic, and Arne Engels says that he's nothing to prove against the Sevconians this weekend. He's just going to go out and enjoy himself and play the type of football that got him to where he is already. However, the bragging rights may remain on the other side of Glasgow, because they won the little trophy that said we've beat Celtic once a season. I think that Arne Engels, it doesn't need to be pretty, Arne Engels says. We just need to win, and win is our main focus on every game. We just need to win, and we need to show everybody how good we are, because we showed a lot of times this season already, said Arne Engels. It's about winning every game, and that's always our mindset. It is always our mindset every week. Nobody needs to be motivated for that game. Everybody knows what kind of game it will be, and everybody wants to play in that game. We are ready, and everybody is focused for that next game. Brendan Rodgers admitted that the length of the lead in the title race, well, is that going to be a factor? Engels says that the squad has a winning mentality, and to win every game is the objection between now and the end of the season. We've got the advantage of knowing that we are in the next round of the Scottish Cup. We're one step closer to a potential treble. Whatever happens with the Sevco game, they can't take away from the fact that we are going to Hampden and they are not. Still now at Macaroni Stadium. Sack Brenda next, Baz. Sack Brenda? Why would I sack Brenda? And who's Brenda? Gemma, why would Gemma call your bairn Desmond? I got the animals well documented and beaten here. Yep. Lorna Gallagher says, I'm ready to see Barry Ferguson and his knobs greet. Can't stand him, says Lorna. Pure raging. Oh, Jesus. No believes any of the coins. They're no money, they're skint. Celtic Mad said, Baz Huns are saying they're going to go us a bit at iBox. Absolute clowns, yeah. Yeah. They're going to have a go at us. Have they seen the draws after the game tonight? The game that's being played right now. It's still 0-0. Livingston have had 8 shots in total, 2 on target. Livingston are actually the better team, 56% possession. While St Johnstone have had 1 shot and 1 shot on target. Interesting. And I'm not sticking around to see who we're going to get, so I'm sure it'll be in the comments later. Right, how are we doing with that vote? Come on, we need 15 votes. 15 votes. There's been over 580 people on the live, and there's only 186 votes. John Paul's a great name. Everybody, Ian Corbett's getting an early scoreline in. He's going for 4-0. With all the big scorelines that were predicted for the game last weekend, and it finished 2-0, do you think it's going to be a high-scoring game this weekend? I'm not too sure. No chance. Keep hail from Rotterdam. Fantastic. Are they still into their hardcore over there in Rotterdam? I remember going to a rave in Utrecht years ago. Must have been 93. That was a mad night. One night in Utrecht. Anyway, Paradise Found, yeah, it gets boring beating them all the time. No, it doesn't. Doesn't get bored. Nobody gets bored beating them all the time. 8-9. Well, the votes are just, it's not going anywhere, that poll, is it? Anyway, let's see. Luke McCowan, we spoke about him and the fact that people are clambering for him to get a place in the Scotland squad. Now, Celtic are losing Daniel Cummins this summer. And Celtic have been on the lookout for the next big thing to come through the under-18s and in the Scotland. And it looks like they're looking at a young guy from Dundee United. Celtic have been tracking the Dundee United prospect, who's currently on loan at Montrose. He's caught the eye of the one and only Tosh McKinlay. Tosh McKinlay, who is a scout for Celtic, and he's also an agent. He was looking at him. He's scored 6 goals in the last 8 games, which is a higher league level than the B team, Celtic B team, are playing. So it'll be interesting to see if that one goes anywhere. Is there anyone else missing? The old Rangers manager. It's life's boring without Clement, isn't it? It's none of his crazy. It's like life's pretty boring without Clement. It's weird. Just got a notification for snow. Heavy snow or just normal snow? Or is it heavy snow? Baz, I was referring to St Johnstone and Livy. Yeah, I love snow right now. Oh, yeah. Everyone give Big Des some birthday wishes. What are you, is that you 60 on your birthday now, Des? Oh dear. Right, anyway, I'm going to close the poll down because it's been on for half an hour. It's been over. Come on, I need 4 votes. 4 votes to get it to the 200. It's not going to make a difference because there's only... For the people that say yes, Evander Snow. The people that say yes, drop Cal Mac this weekend. Tell us in the comment why. Philip Clement, CFC, did I hear my name? Yes, it's boring without you, mate. I know Scottish football just isn't the same. I know that he did a fantastic job for us at Ibrox, but I mean, they should never have sacked you. They should never have sacked you, man. think we need Cal Mac. Drop Hatate for McCowan. Haha. Any news on Bernardo? Yeah, he's not back until after the international break. Torre under Snow. You just 3 votes. Go on, I need 3 votes. Yeah, it's going to say. You did your best. Yeah, you did your best. You did your best. There's no way you're only 56. That was a heavy paper round you've had. 1 vote. Come on, I need 1 vote. Let me see, 1 vote. I'm only joking, mate. You know I'm only joking. There we go, bang on the 200. 201. We're going to lose 1% anyway. Yeah, but as always, you managed to lose 1%. And 75% go to no, we should not drop Cal Mac this weekend. I don't think we should drop him either. But with the fact that he does seem to be carrying an injury towards the end of the season, every season now, and the fact that the team has been performing a little bit better when he has went off. When he has went off, it was just a question that I put out there just to get some engagement, and I'm sure that'll morning I got heavy blizzards warning. Heavy blizzards, heavy snow. Jesus, it's 20 degrees here today. Gemma, you're not going to call him Mikey Johnson. Oh Jesus, honestly. Right, Des, when is it your birthday? It's not today, is it? It's not today, it's this week, isn't it? When is it? Right, let me just check out some more Dundee United. That's a couple of the Celtic sites now running with the story about the young Dundee United lad being scouted by Celtic. Oh. This news for Everton just does not want to go away. That's another publication talking about former Everton scout has been talking about Cameron Carter-Vickers, and he says that he knows that David Moyes is definitely interested in the player. Oy, oy, oy. Surely a big week. That just seems to be more and more people down in Liverpool and from an Everton perspective talking about. I mean, it's good to have our players spoken about, but at 27-year-old Cameron Carter-Vickers, and the fact that, you know, he is always yeah, no, it's always the same. Baz, if Everton sell Braithwaite, expect a bid. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. That's what it's looking like. Anyway, that's done and dusted for this evening. Everton can have Taylor instead. I don't think we'd get away with that one. Plus, Taylor could go for nada. I know a wee lovely spot on Avon Brown Trout. There we go. Now talking about fishing. What? Gemma's going to go for 4-0 Sunday. Gemma's getting her prediction in before the weekend because she's going to be rather busy this weekend. It's going to be rather busy this weekend. So, Gemma, just take your time. We know that you'll be mummed up, newborn and all. I hope it all goes well for you if you're not on tomorrow night. I hope it all goes well for you. And I hope you just spit it out, no bother. I hope it's a nice little healthy baby. Anyway, on that note, Baz, stick your 20 degrees up your arse, says Stuart Ramsey. He gets the last comment. of a fantastic evening, Celtic fans. All around the world.